Hello everybody and welcome to the 500 subscriber Q&A special. So first things first, thank you all for subscribing. It is really appreciated. And 500 subscribers. I never thought the channel would get over like 10, to be honest. So thank you all. So without further ado, let's get to the questions, shall we? So first up we have Camin, who asked me, "Aye, how you get that thick accent, doggy?" Well, bit of a weird way of putting it, mate. Well, here's the thing about accents. You can't really hear your own accent, so it's very hard to explain what mine is, really. It's not your traditional accent, like the sort of over-the-top British, Prince Philip style. Yes, a really posh sort of style. Nor is it like a Scouse accent, which is really well known. Like, hey, what are you doing? Sort of higher pitched sort of thing. And then you got the Welsh, you got the Scottish accents and things like that. So how to describe my one? I can't particularly hear mine, so I don't really know how deep or pronounced the accent is. So basically, I should just explain that I am from an area southeast of, more sort of directly below Oxford. So it's the Oxfordshire area, and we call it the Witney accent because the closest town to where I live is a market town called Witney, and so basically the accent is just your typical Oxfordshire accent, but with a slight country twang to it. So with certain words, we will say things like me instead of my, especially prevalent in our family because my dad's Yorkshirean. And there you go, there's an example. I said me instead of my. Yeah, so he's from a place called Bridlington on the Yorkshire coast. So we've got a slight sort of Yorkshire style accent here, which is also why I tend to do Sharp's accent, when I say things like "you buggers" and things, you sort of deeper, sort of Yorkshire, gruff style. So that's basically all I can say about my accent. It's a Oxfordshire accent with a slight country twang to it. So next up is Zach Caps, or Caps, however you pronounce that, who asked me, what got you into YouTube? Really just watching other YouTubers got me into YouTube originally. I had a channel back in 2011, originally called British Doverkin. That was making Skyrim videos. That was where I first started making videos. I was playing Skyrim on the master settings, where back when Skyrim was originally out, that was like the hardest setting. They didn't have a legendary. So I started making videos on that, and then my computer couldn't handle recording and the sort of high definition texture pack DLC that I installed. So I couldn't actually record any more videos. I just simply stopped recording, and that channel rather quickly just died, which is a shame. So and then I started college this year. Well, last year, technically, whatever. And one of the school projects, one of the college projects, was to make a social media sort of thing so we could check the analytics, because I think the bloody course was something like, what did they call it? Business applications of social media or some crap. And I didn't really want to do Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. I'm not really into like major social media. So I sort of revived my old channel. I changed the name to NMGS Gaming, which is just my initials followed by gaming. If you're ever wondering what the hell NMGS is, the N is Nathan, by the way. So that's my actual name. Hello, if you didn't know. So yeah, so I changed the name and recorded the Mount and Blade Lichdom sort of introduction gameplay video with the microphone on my headset. Really crap microphone. I've now upgraded to a Blue Snowball, but so I recorded a video, and I still liked recording videos. It was something to do in the pastime. It was fun, So even when I'd finished the college project, you know, I had to have a look at the analytics and stuff. It's I won't bore you with it. But I just kept doing videos, and then Freeman videos I started doing. I heard about the game Freeman from Resonant. I'm sure probably a lot of you know who that YouTuber is. And I commented on Resonant. I thanked him for telling us about Freeman and said I'd probably do a Let's Play of it when it's out if I like the game. And I liked the game, did a Let's Play, and thanks to Freeman, a lot of you guys were introduced to my videos. So that's kind of how I got into YouTube. I just sort of did it as a college project. Sort of at first it was fun, then it was just college project. Then I realised I still loved doing it, so I just kept doing it, and that's how I got into YouTube. And Zach asked another question as well. Do you like Star Wars? If so, in what order do you rank them? Well, here's the thing. I do like Star Wars, but I'm not like a particular die-hard fan. I do like it. It's a bit of entertainment, like most of the films I watch. I'm not like some crazy madman when it comes to films. I don't sit there judging every little detail, and I just sort of watch them and enjoy them like most people, really. But as for the Star Wars, what order do I rank them? Well, obviously the original Star Wars series. That's what is it? New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire. Obviously, Empire is the second one. Which one of them? I think Empire I rank probably the highest because the Battle of Hoth was just awesome. So that was yeah, that's one of my favourite ones. I like the prequels. I know most people are probably sharpening pitchforks right now, thinking, well, he likes the prequels. How's wrong with him? No, I like the prequels for the action. Okay, the action in the prequel series is a hell of a lot more fluid. It's a little bit more entertaining, whereas lightsaber battles in the original series were sort of slower. Sort of you could sort of tell, they weren't like throwing themselves at each other. But the prequel story really is what most people don't like. The dialogue was a bit crap, especially with Anakin and Padme, where they're sort of, it didn't really work. And obviously, young Anakin, everyone hated as well because he was just, just your typical annoying little lad, really. So I do like Star Wars. What order would I rank them in? So I'd say Empire first, probably A New Hope, followed. Return of the Jedi was alright. The Ewoks were kind of fucking annoying. So I'd probably say Force Awakens third. One of the new ones. Kylo Ren sucks. I'm sorry, he just seems like a bit of a whiny emo, really. I don't really like Kylo Ren. He's not like the big scary Sith Lord. He didn't have the impact of a character such as Darth Vader, who was like a well-known, powerful villain. And I think that's another reason people hated the prequels, actually, because they kind of destroyed the illusion of Darth Vader being this utter badass. He was just some whiny fucking teenager, like Kylo Ren, really. So I can't really order him. I'll just say my favourite one is probably Empire Strikes Back, just because I like that film. It's good. And I do like the prequels for the lightsaber battles, because I think they're really well done, the lightsaber battles. That's one thing the last prequel one, Jesus Christ, what was it called? See, I know I'm not diehard Star Wars fan, but the battle between shit, I've forgotten his name now. Obi-Wan, that's it. Obi-Wan, the battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin in the sort of that last battle, that was long, drawn out, epic. I did like that lightsaber fight, but as for my favourite one, probably still Empire. So Callum Richards asks, would you consider playing Rust? If not, what other games might you play? As for Rust, I mean, I've heard of it, obviously. I never really felt much interest in it. I didn't really want to play Rust. But for a game similar to Rust, I might do some videos of Ark Survivor Evolved. Because I've got two mates who play that, Taylor and Krona. And I am willing to record some episodes of that. I won't be starting from like scratch, building up a base with from like thatched and wood. I'd be starting in already quite well developed tribe, because Krona and Taylor are absolutely mental on that game. But I would also obviously need permission to record a video with them in it. I don't want to record a video with those two if they don't want to be recorded. But if they're happy with it, yeah, I might do a few videos of Ark. It wouldn't be like a Let's Play series. It would be more like a gameplay, highlights, bit of fun with Krona and Taylor. So, yeah, I might play Ark. As for other games that I'm thinking about for a series on this channel, I am thinking of doing a walkthrough of the game House Flipper. Alright, that's not like a big gunfighting style video like I normally do. It's renovating houses. A bit like The Sims meets Viscero cleanup detail. I was thinking of doing a walkthrough of that, so full playthrough. Basically, we do all the orders, I think they're called, which is basically the missions, and renovate all the houses in Salem. I was thinking of doing that as a series, which if you guys are interested, just say yeah, do it, and I'll I'll do it. What other games? X4 Foundations is another game which has caught my attention. I've played all the other X games, including Rebirth, which had a bit of a bad start. Let's just put it that way. Rebirth was just a buggy mess when it first came out, but X4 looks promising. It seems they've listened to the community, and they're bringing back all being able to fly all ships, etc. So yeah, X4 Foundations. Obviously Bannerlord, when that comes out, that is 100% going to do a Let's Play of Bannerlord when that's out. There's no questions there. That is going to happen. As for other games, I'm not entirely sure yet. Obviously, I'm still going to continue with RimWorld, Freeman, and all the other ones that I've got on the channel at the moment. But I haven't really thought much further than sort of House Flipper and Ark and these other new games which are coming out. I'm sure I'll come up with another few games just spontaneously as I do. Slay the Spire, I might do a few more videos of that. I have been playing that a fair bit and have learnt a lot since I last played it on the channel. I think I've got one video of Slay the Spire back when I had no idea what the hell I was doing with it. So that might see a return if anyone wants to watch that. But other than that, I haven't fully decided what I'm gonna do next, but I'll think of something, don't worry. And last but not least, coming in with several questions, is Wilhelm. He says, well, I'm not even going to try and say that first word. Is okay, first question, okay, something like that. Just kidding, man. And then his actual question, first question, is, which was your first game you ever played? That's a hard one to answer. I think the first game that I ever played was on the Sega Mega Drive, which is what we call, I think, is it Sega Genesis in America? Sega Mega Drive. A Power Rangers beat-em-up game. I think that was the first game I ever actually played. I was about 4 or 5, playing this little Power Rangers beat-em-up, because everyone loved Power Rangers when they were that old, if you're old enough to remember them, of course. And then my first PC game was actually a strategy game called Dark Reign. Awesome game. I loved that game. I was crap at it, but I loved it. That was when I was younger. I had a lot of strategy games. Actually, I had a bit of a strategy game kick. And the second game I ever owned on the PC was Warcraft 2. which was a very, very fun game as well. I liked, just playing that. I never completed it because, again, I was rubbish. But I sort of loved those strategy games. So yeah, my first game was definitely the Power Rangers beat 'em up game on the Sega Mega Drive. Then Callum also asks, have you played other console games? And if you have, which is your favourite game? I don't really play consoles anymore. I used to play the PlayStation quite a lot and the Xbox. Sort of the console that I got after the Sega Mega Drive was the original PlayStation, the big freaking grey boxy thing, which I think one of the first games I got on that was actually the original Grand Theft Auto, which was really fun. Probably not the sort of game bloody like 6-year-old should be playing, but whatever. So I did. That was one of my favourite games for the PlayStation. I think my favourite game for the original PlayStation was actually a game called Apocalypse, which had Bruce Willis in it, and it's basically you just run around and shoot shit. So who doesn't love doing that? As for favourite game on a console, I'd probably have to say Red Dead Redemption. It's unfortunately it's not on PC, but it was a really fun game. I did like the sort of Western GTA style. Really did like that game. I'm hopeful that Red Dead Redemption 2 will come out on PC. But I am primarily, as you can probably tell, a PC gamer rather than a console gamer. So, but yeah, Red Dead Redemption, probably my favourite game on the consoles. As for my favourite game of all time, probably got to say Mount and Blade, because I love the sort of medieval era sort of way they do that, third person, brilliant combat mechanics. I really do like Mount and Blade. It's probably my favourite game. And then he asks, do you like DC, Marvel or Star Wars? Well, the Star Wars one I've already answered. Yes, I do like Star Wars. I find it very entertaining. As for DC and Marvel, I'm not a huge superhero comic fan. I don't really pay much attention to them. I mean, I've seen Dark Knight Rises and things like that. I do like sort of comedy superhero style things like Kick-Ass is probably one of my favourite films. It's a bloody excellent film. Always makes me laugh at. But as for superhero, I just don't watch them all that much. I mean, I did like Dark Knight. That was entertaining. But it's not something that I always watch. So DC, Marvel, I don't dislike them, but I'm not a massive fan either. And Star Wars, yeah. So then he asks, which is your favourite animal? Wait, I know this one. Lion, tiger, leopard, panther, or tell me if I'm close. Well, you're sort of close with a lion. That is of the big cats. Lion is probably my favourite. I do like lions. I actually had a very close encounter with a lion when I did a keeper for the day thing in Cotswold Wildlife Park. And we were feeding the lions. So the way they do that is they put a massive slab of meat in the interior enclosure for the lions when they're outside. And then the keepers retreat back behind this big metal door with bars on it. And they release, they open up the outside so the lions can come get the food. And I was looking through the door. Sort of these metal slats, basically. They're about, I'm not sure, a couple of inch gap between each bar. And I was looking through these, and this bloody great male lion, fully grown, just came through the outside enclosure doors, completely ignored the meat that had been put on a sort of like napping bench the lions have, and went straight at the door where I was looking through. And this flipping lion was about the same distance the monitor is from me as I record this. And good God, I have never moved so flipping quick in my entire life. You really get a sense of their strength and size when you're that close to them. That was a hell of an experience. So yeah, of my big cats, lions is definitely probably my favourite. I do like cheetahs as well. They're pretty cool. Got a bit of personality to them. I do like the cheetahs. As for favourite animals, that one's a cross between the wolves, which are really fascinating creatures actually. Wolves are like very, very, very intelligent. More intelligent than any of the dog breeds that we get. I think the closest to their intelligence would probably be the Alsatians. But yeah, wolves are very fascinating. I do love wolves. Probably it's a cross between a wolf or a meerkat as my favourite. I know, completely different animals, completely different sizes. But meerkats are also awesome. They're funny little buggers. Yeah, I do like the meerkats. I guess I'll put wolves above the meerkats. So as for favourite animal, yeah, probably the wolf. And then, do I have a favourite sport? Yes, actually, I used to do archery quite a lot. I used to go to a club nearby and do archery. So as for favourite sport, it would definitely be archery, hands down. No questions there. So, yeah, archery is probably my favourite sport. I am contemplating starting doing fencing as well as something a bit different. You may notice a bit of a trend here. They seem to be going for the old-fashioned style, sort of medieval combat things. That's because I love that era. So, yeah, favourite sport, archery. So, I think that's it for the questions. So, don't worry if you missed the opportunity to ask a question to be put into the video. If you've still got questions, just ask and I'll answer them in the comments. No trouble. So, this was the 500 subs Q&A special. So once again, thank you all for subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll be getting another video out later. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.